binding your hoop can be a really great way to keep your fabric nice and secure. So let's have a look at an easy way that I do it. We're actually going to bind the inner hoop. You can actually bind the outer, I think, but I don't want to deal with the clasp. So choose what tape you're going to use. I'm just using really plain cotton tape here. You can also look for bias tape or twill tape. First, get ready some thread. I've just used a dark colour so you can see what I'm doing, and put that to the side. Now grab the end of your tape. You want to position it on the inside of your hoop on a bit of a diagonal, and then start winding the tape. Oops, you've got to be quite nimble when you're holding it. So what you're doing is you're winding the tape around the hoop on an angle. With that first one, I do a bit of overlap so that it holds the start in place. But from then on, every time I wind it around, I actually just want the tape to line up nice and flush against the previous wind. That way you're getting quite a smooth finish, and you're not getting little ridges which can actually show through on your fabric later. It's okay if it's just a working piece, but not if you're putting it on display with this hoop. See how the start is held in place because I did the overlap, and I'm not needing to hold on to that anymore. But you can actually move around the tape as you go, getting it into the position you want. You want to keep the tension quite tight, but if it does unravel a bit, don't worry. You can just rewind that part so that it's nice and tight. So once you get to the end, I just want to overlap that last piece as well, so that the start of your cotton tape and the end have a bit of overlap. Once again, you do need quite nimble fingers at the end here. If it does unravel, don't worry, just sort of go back to where it's become loose and tighten it again. And then we want to cut the end of it off so it also finishes on the inside. At this point, you can go around and check you're happy that the tape's all sitting nicely against each other. And once you're ready, snip off the end. Okay, so now the last part is just to do a little bit of hand sewing to secure it into place. So I've knotted my thread off, and then I'm going to stitch down through both the layers of tape. Scooping up both layers. Sorry, it's a bit hard to show you while I'm filming. Keeping it all in place, hopefully you can see all right there. So I just do that quite a few times, always stitching down and scooping up both layers of tape and then tightening it and doing it again. I think I did it about 6 times until I felt like it was nice and secure. And then I just do a few stitches where I create a loop, thread my needle back through the loop to create a knot, do that a couple of times, snip it off, and you're done. If you're using white thread, it would look a lot better. I'm just doing it so you can see what I'm doing. You can actually adjust it again at the end if you need to. Otherwise, it's ready to go. You'll need to undo your clasp quite a bit to get your hoop on the inside because it is bigger now. But yep, then you're ready to dress your hoop. I definitely notice quite a big difference when I bind my hoops in terms of the fabric just being nice and secure, especially staying that way while I'm actually stitching. And I'm really happy with the finish and displaying a lovely finished piece of embroidery. So there's how to bind your hoops.